Let's talk about a few things that are a little bit more advanced. For example, how to protect yourself as you surf online. The first thing you want to do is if you are entering sensitive data into a forum or anything like that, make sure that the site is reputable. You know whether a site is reputable is simply by going to Google and doing the research on that specific site. If the site is not reputable, then sometimes you'll notice that because your antivirus software will actually tell you if the site has viruses on it or things like that. If you're using Google Chrome, Google will let you know as well. If you are entering sensitive data, you want to make sure that at the very top, you have the HTTPS over here. Obviously, with the Heartbleed bug, even if it's an HTTPS, there are ways around it. Now, lots and lots of companies are looking into the Heartbleed bug and trying to develop a system so this does not happen to them. As I mentioned before, Heartbleed bug is a security bug in the OpenSSL cryptography library. Moving on a little more advanced things, there are things called VPNs. The way VPNs work is you log into a VPN, and it will basically encrypt and secure your privacy. VPNs are great, especially if you are surfing on a Wi-Fi channel, a free Wi-Fi channel. A lot of times, people don't realize this, but if you're at Starbucks, for example, then remember somebody else is also surfing on Starbucks. Most likely, Starbucks has protection for their Wi-Fi network. However, if you happen to join a Wi-Fi network that you have no idea about security-wise, there could be a hacker on the other end of the same network, easily logging into your system and getting to your information. That's something that most people don't realize is happening. The way you can fight that and combat it is by joining a site like this that has a VPN service. Apart from that, there are other benefits to VPNs. As you can see here, VPNs prevent your ISP, which is your internet service provider, from monitoring and controlling your online communications and browsing activity. The way it works is you log into the VPN and then log into the server of these sites. So that sites like your internet service provider and companies like that really cannot monitor what you are doing because, to be honest, everything you do can be monitored. Of course, in general, you protect your IP address, which is the computer IP, the number that is associated with your computer. In fact, every time you visit a site, people know your IP address. In other words, they know exactly where you're located because every computer is connected to an IP address. So, you can imagine Big Brother could easily spy on you without you knowing. Or, anybody else could easily find your IP address and find a lot of information about you. They can find other information like the browser you're using, the IP address, where you are located, and things like that. That's the beauty of using a VPN service that hides your IP. There are many different VPN services. There's one that's goldenfrog.com. They run a VPN. Another good one is recommended by PC Editor's Choice, and it's called privateinternetaccess.com as well. Unfortunately, with VPNs, the good VPNs cost money. You do have to pay some money up front, but a lot of them can be fairly cheap. They are usually anywhere from $6 to $10 a month. There are also other services called HMA. If you go to hidemyip.com, you'll notice that we have VPN here, and you can change your proxy, which is your IP address. Remember, a proxy server acts as a gateway between you and the internet. For something totally different, you also have anonymous email, which is free. You have other privacy software as well, as you can see here. This is another software that is very useful.